What's going on, everybody? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider presented by Palomar Insurance. This one I've been waiting for a long time. Obviously, I make no efforts to be an unbiased journalist. I'm a La Jolla alum, so anytime I get to talk to fellow Vikings, it makes me really happy because we're the best high school in America and we produce the best people in America. So we're going to talk to Carson Diehl, one of the best football players, if not in America, in the entire world. Carson, thank you so much for joining us. Got a lot I want to talk to, and I know I'm being a little bit stupid at the beginning, and I'm a boomer, whatever, but it's my show. I get to introduce you however I want. I'm proud of you, man. I'm stoked for you. Let's talk about SDSU. I have this whole rant about how bad SDSU is at recruiting here in San Diego. And if they did more San Diego recruiting, we would be a lot better. A la right now, Lucky Sutton's out there freaking killing it for them as a running back. So what was the decision for you? Why did you decide to stay here? Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely need to step up their work and getting more San Diego guys out. But it was just like with local was obviously a small factor, but it wasn't really the local part for me. It was just kind of like the coaching and like how much they like recruited me, and just like it seemed like the best fit for me with all the other offers I had. It just felt like the best spot and opportunity for me to succeed.
So was this dream school or like one of the top schools all along, or did SDSU at some point, work their way up the leaderboard?
I'd say they definitely worked their way up more. Like I was, I was actually kind of like wanting to go out of state at first, but then like uh, they kind of just kept like sending me stuff like recruiting wise, and then like after it all like worked out, just seemed like the best fit for me.
So then maybe is there some advice that you would give to eighth graders, sophomores, anybody along the path of recruiting right now about how to go about it and maybe not get yourself too set on one school, or just advice in general about the whole process now that you're done?
Yeah, I'll just say like trust the process and be patient, because there's a lot of like you get your hopes up and then like you don't, and then it's just a long process. So just put your head down and keep working, and it'll come.
And inevitably it will all work out. All right, let's talk about this season. You guys have had some really good games, a couple of losses. Like football, it ends up being a tough year anyway. But the Vikings, I would still argue, are in really good position, getting ready for the last couple of games of league, and then we're thinking about playoffs. So, from your point of view, where are things at? How are you guys doing right now?
Yeah, I mean we've definitely dealt with some adversity. We lost our quarterback for early on and lost him again like recently. So we've been dealing with that for sure. And we're kind of small numbers wise this year, so we have a lot of guys going both ways, and it's tough on our bodies. But we definitely just are. I like where we're at, just like energy wise and like the team passion right now, just for like football in general. And yeah, hopefully we can get our quarterback back soon and not make a nice run at the playoffs.
You talk about having to change up quarterbacks. Not only did you as a receiver have to go through changing up a quarterback, but you ended up putting in a freshman. Ty to Tordice. I'm going to butcher
Yeah.
that name for the next 4 years. Ty, I apologize in advance. But what is that like for I mean, obviously that's this. Everybody on the offense has to deal with a freshman quarterback because he's new and he's young and they all have their little parts. But as a wide receiver, was there like a looking over and hey, like we're not even on the same page. I got to be doing something way different to help you out, or were you his safety blanket of just he always looking like help, I need an adult, there's Carson, throw him the ball.
Yeah. I always go into the game just like telling him to be confident and like not worry about messing up, because I think that's when you mess up the most. And it's even though it's like not the best not having like a experienced quarterback, it has kind of been nice for me because he doesn't really go through his reads very often, and sometimes he just kind of throws it up, and it's worked out somewhat for like
And you're
the
like, you're like, hey, just give me, just put it right in this general area, I'll help you out.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually 3-0 as a starter, so
Well, and that's why I bring it up is because it's not this like, oh man, he's taking it in the teeth. We love him. He's trying his best, but it's like he's actually out there, and the passes might not have like 100-mile-an-hour zip on him, but
yeah,
he's getting it done. He's
yeah,
the man.
exactly. So we're definitely proud of him, and just it's a lot, but yeah, we trust him and excited to see how it does moving forward.
All right, so closing out the season, you guys got Lincoln and then San Diego Saints Madison. I think that playing against Lincoln obviously is something that you can come up with all the different words of like, oh, it's it's a test, it's some adversity. It ultimately it's a hell of a thing to have to play a team that is at that level. But other than that, you've got a pretty winnable schedule, and then
Yeah,
it's the playoffs. And I'm curious, like I'm sure that you're going to tell me, hey, we're doing this 1 week at a time, we're taking this one game at a time, one day at a time. But is there any thought process at all of like a little bit of scoreboard watching or just at least some enthusiasm for, hey, like this is not we're going to reach week 10 and we're going to Cabo. Like we've got a playoff run in us right now. What's the level of confidence or what's the thought process right now as you guys are, looking at the tail end of the season?
yeah, for sure. I think we definitely have some guys that are bought in and really want to make a run at it, especially like the younger guys that were on the team when we went to CIF my sophomore year, and just have like that salty taste of not being able to finish it. So, just definitely,
Little chip, little chip on the shoulder.
yeah, for sure.
All right, very nice. I dig it, man. I will let you get out of here. I got two more questions for you, and then we will stop bugging you for tonight.
Yeah,
As a Viking alum, I have seen a plethora of different Viking horns and color schemes. And this year, you guys got a white uniform and you got a red uniform, and you've got like way more drip or swag. I don't even know what the word is right now than any other generation of La Jolla high school football. What's your favorite look though? Because with all these options, I'm sure that you now have a favorite one.
yeah. I really like our all reds. I
Ooh,
feel like
okay.
all reds or all blacks. Those are definitely the two favorites. And then when we had, and we don't use the white helmets as much anymore, but when we had that with the all white, that was also really clean.
Yeah, the white helmets were nice. The white
Yeah,
helmets, though, I feel like stick marks would be a problem after like 2 weeks of those.
yeah, yeah,
But I can dig that, man. All right, last question. Again, folks, these are amazing student athletes who are going to go on to the next level. So if you have time to go watch them now, it's fun football to watch, and then it's also great to see them when they're and on Saturdays and Sundays and Monday nights and beyond playing. You can say, hey, I saw him win. But Carson, there's no right or wrong answer to this, but I ask this to everybody on the way out is what's the legacy that either you or your senior class want to leave behind for your program in your school?
I would just say, uh, we just want to be like known as a team that was like fun to play with and competed and kind of just had a lot of energy throughout. Just always energized.
There you go. He's sailing the ship for a couple more weeks, and then he's going to move on down to the Mesa, where he's going to be an Aztec wide receiver. So he's somebody that you absolutely want to support. Carson Diehl, thank you so much for joining us. I always say to everybody, best of luck the rest of the season, but hell yeah, I finally mean it this time. I hope that we get to talk to you again in the playoffs when you guys are out there whooping some ass. Say hi to everybody for me at La Jolla, and congratulations on your commitment to SDSU. Thank you, as always, to Palomar Insurance for your support of this show. Talk to you guys next time.